What's up, guys, and welcome back to some more Electrician Simulator. As always, if you guys are enjoying these so far, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. And to anyone who's wondering where my summer car is, I highly recommend you join the Toogii Discord so you can see an updated upload schedule. But with that out of the way, let's get right into Electrician Simulator. Dude, it's been a while since we played this, I'm not gonna lie, so I might not be as proficient as who am I kidding? I was never proficient at this game whatsoever. But we're gonna start things off down here with Ed Bread, the world's worst diet. He says, I'm hungry, but I can't eat. My toaster is broken, and I used it to make my favorite dish. What dish, you ask? Slightly warm bread, commonly known as toast, or toasties to some. It was the world's best diet, but since I can't have any toast, it's now the world's worst diet. I tried to make lasagna, but my toaster quickly showed me how it feels about it. Please forgive the sauce. Leftovers. Problems. Slices ain't poppin', slices ain't toasties, and toasties be cold. This is my type of dude right here. Let's go ahead and accept the job, and we'll see what all it entails. Oh, duh, it's gonna be like, it's not an on-site thing. It's gonna be right back here with his actual toaster. So I suppose let's go ahead and test it. And the status now just says broken. So that told us absolutely nothing. I guess we'll just start tearing her down and we'll see if we can figure out the problem that way. So we've got some screws on the bottom side here. There we go. That one's a little rusty. Actually, can we just spray that? Oh, we have to equip the rust remover. There we go. Back to our screwdriver. Get the rest of these taken out. Okay, now we should be able to pop this back plate off, right? Oh, the whole upper case just comes off now. I've got you. I'm kind of thinking that the issue could be the slots themselves, so I'm gonna go ahead and just unscrew this little back plate here. Got some more rusty screws we need to spritz right quick. There we go. Get those other two screws taken out of there as well. Okay, now for the soldering iron. It's kind of loud, but that's all right. We've got two wires on the backside there. Now we should be able to take that off. Now we should be able to slide out these heating elements. Maybe those are what's broken? It's not giving us much here. I think we actually just have to tear it all the way down. All right, we are 100% completely torn down. Now what we need to do is go through each piece, get it all inspected, and then we should just be able to toss it all back together once we figure out, obviously, what the real problem is. My money's on the heating elements. Okay, that one is good. Let's inspect the next. That one is broken. There's another broken one. What about this circuit board? Just go through and inspect everything that we possibly can. So could we replace, like this thing, the keys socket, whatever the heck that means, could we just replace those single or individual components? Or do we actually have to replace the entire circuit board? Because if we just got our soldering iron out, since we know this one's broken, apologies again, I know it's rather loud, that, we should just be able to slide that thing out of there. And then what else was broken? Just this little electrode tab. Once again, we've got some soldering, or some desoldering to do. Then we can just slide that thing out of there as well. Okay, let's continue testing all the other things that we might have missed. Okay, now I think we're ready to start piecing this thing back together. The circuit board, that is. So we've got that in place. We'll buy a new one of those as well. Those are the only two things that we actually took off of here. And with those two things installed, our printed circuit board is back in action. Now what we have to do is just, I guess, buy brand new heating elements. So we're gonna replace the first one for 4 bones, not too shabby. And the next, same deal. All right, we're good to start reassembling this bad unit, dude. This guy really likes his toaster, so I'm gonna try to do him a solid. We'll get this thing pieced back together for him. Okay, it's time to find out if your boy can actually take apart a toaster and put it back together. Status is good. Let's go ahead and send her on out. 250 bucks. I'm hungry, but I can't eat. My toaster is broken, yada, yada, yada. We've heard it all once before. So let's do one more of those. I really, really enjoy these sort of like tinkering jobs. I don't know why, but they're just very enjoyable to me. Next up, though, we have a broken mixer. My mixer's broken. I was beating eggs, and it got awfully messy. I decided to wash it in the kitchen sink to make it all clean and shiny. Unfortunately, after plugging it in and turning it back on, something went wub, 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 wub inside. I tried changing the speed, but nothing helped. The lights show nothing. I don't know what might be the cause. It's surely not the water, is it? Please help me. You submerged an electronic device, and you're surprised that it's not working anymore. Blades aren't turning, the device is leaking water. Doesn't really seem like an egg beater should be doing that, so let's go find out what the problem actually is. We're gonna start out with our screwdriver. We should be able to pull out the whisk portion of it. What do they call that? A stir paddle. Sure, I guess that works as well. And now we can just remove the entire case. Do a bit of desoldering. We've got a couple of rusty boys, so we'll get them spritzed right quick. Switch back to our screwdriver, and we will continue on disassembling. Kind of weird having to pull like the whole shell apart just to get to the insides here. I figured we might be able to leave like just the back shell in place. But let's go ahead and remove the last piece there. That is everything now completely disassembled. We'll start by, once again, inspecting this circuit board. So we've got a button there, the on and the off button. Pretty easy. Oh, the mixer diodes are broken on this. Okay, so 4 things of solder there on the backside. Let's try to zoom in a little bit more. That's it. That's all we get, I guess. Put those 4 right there. Now we can remove that. Buy a brand spanking new one for 4 bones. And we'll do the same thing, but in reverse. Gearbox checks out. What about the engine? What about this little electronic motor? Okay, that thing is definitely torched. What do we do about that? We can't, like, inspect it anywhere, can we? It did have some leads on the backside. No, it doesn't look like we can check it with our little multimeter, so we probably just have to straight up replace this one. Unfortunately, 15 bucks. Good lord. All right, but we're ready to start reassembling this one as well. We're not able to reinstall the whisks or the left case yet, so what are we forgetting? Oh, dude! All the screws! Literally every screw that holds this thing together. Yeah, kind of forgot about all of those. My bad. Now we can apply the case. Now we can also reinstall the stir paddles, as they're called here. And then we can get all these screws on the case reinstalled as well. There we are. Let's test her out. Seems like it's going okay. Perfect. Send the item out. That's 225 bones for that one. And our reputation continues to increase. So those were very easy compared to whatever this is gonna be. All of these jobs are like the tinkering style jobs. There aren't any on-site things that we can do. I guess we probably have to just wait until we get our final certificate to actually do more of those things. How about this one then? Subject: I can't see dead people. I'm a big fan of ghosts. I mean, I've never really seen one, but I would love to. Am I afraid? Of course not. Just look at my face. Look at that face. Obviously, they're not phased. I bought an EMF detector recently. Theoretically, it detects an electromagnetic field, but practically, it sees ghosts. Yeah, practically the same thing. Unfortunately, it doesn't work. Fix it, but watch out. If it turns red, that means there's a spirit nearby. Detector won't turn on. It doesn't detect ghosts at all. Maybe ghosts aren't real, and that's why the device isn't working. If you want my honest opinion, ghosts are real. They just have to be. But let's go ahead and test this device so we can see what happens. It is definitely broken, as expected. So we've got a little battery cover here. A battery. Is the battery dead? That would honestly be hilarious. Okay, battery is good. Battery's fine. Just 2 screws on the back side of this. Got a rusty boy down there. Give it a quick spritz. And we can remove the back shell? No, the upper shell. Okay, one of those again. Let's grab our multimeter or remove the bottom case. That's also cool. And we'll start inspecting all of these things. Or not. It's actually not letting me inspect anything. So let's desolder this, I suppose. There we go. Okay. Now for the whole circuit board. How we look in there? Go back down and inspect once again. Okay, still just says unknown. So now we should be able to go through with the multimeter and figure out what all is actually wrong with this. Okay, that's bad. Broken capacitor. There's another broken capacitor. I gotta say too, I don't know if I completely believe all the weird like pseudo-science stuff that that ghost hunters believe in or utilize. I don't know if I totally buy all that. But ghosts just have to be real. So in total, 3 capacitors and a power button. Let's start here in the middle. You need tweezers? What do I need tweezers for? Okay, $20 just to get us a thing of tweezers. It's kind of difficult to do this because when the board's turned on its backside, you kind of lose track of what you're actually supposed to be desoldering here. It's gonna be this guy right over here. Okay, so now we can just go around and buy all of those brand new. We've got one new one over there. I guess we should probably solder as we go so we don't forget the locations of them. We've got that one done. Let's buy another one for up here. 3 bones once again. Switch to our soldering gun. Got her. Okay, where else? We've still got one more missing, correct? Right smack dab in the middle of the board. 3 more bones there. 2 more solder points there on the back. New power button for 7 bones. And I believe that is the circuit board completed. Hang on though, we still have to test the LED diodes over here. We'll just go through each of those. The red one is broken. Surprise, surprise. So let's go ahead and desolder that. On the backside, we should be able to pull that thing out of there, buy a new one for 4 bones, and then just resolder. Alrighty, circuit board complete. What do we got next? Battery cover, that's probably fine. I'm not sure why that would cause any issues. That case is also good, and the bottom case, perfect. Mint condish. Alright, let's start reassembling this bad unit. We've got that. The battery connector, which also needs a resoldering. There we be. Uppercase, flip her on over. Toss our battery back in there. Dude, we are cruising through this. And she's finished. Seems like it's all working. Good to go. Hopefully you can find some ghosts. 250 bones. Dude, I love these so much. And they're kind of relaxing too in a weird way. Continuing with the sort of spooky theme, we have another one titled Haunted Tape. Hey there, it's Lexa. I'm a huge fan of devices from the 90s, and I recently got my hands on this great cassette player. Vinyls and CDs are good for nothing. Only tape can give you real quality. I don't know if I agree with that whatsoever. Well, except maybe the one in the set. I tried to play a cassette. First I heard some distorted sounds, and then the player shut down. For a moment there, I even thought that maybe it was haunted. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha ha, help. Nice. All right. Well then, let's take a peek, shall we? We'll first test it. We obviously know, based on her experience, that it's not functioning. But we need to know. Okay, it's 100% broken. Go figure. All right, where do we begin here? Probably on the backside. Another battery cover. Is this going to be another case where the battery's just dead? No, the battery's good. Okay. Now we should be able to remove that top case, and that's going to expose all this wiring. What does that actually say on there? Doesn't help that it's upside down, but it's also not the greatest handwriting. Awesome Mix. Volume 3, I think that is. Interesting. Let's go ahead and also remove that cassette as well. Got a couple more rusty boys in here. I suppose we'll just go through and get all of those sprayed first. Okay, I think we've done as much as we can without our soldering iron here. So now we just have to go through and desolder all of this stuff. Oh, never mind. That just has a plug on it. Okay, easy, easy, easy. These things, though, we may have to desolder. We've got that, and then a speaker over here as well. We can't desolder it at the speaker, so it's got to be on the circuit board there. What about this guy? Can that just pop out? Negative. Got to desolder that too. Okay, so circuit board coming out, and I believe that's all she wrote. So let's start going through the list here and inspecting a few things. This is the engine, is what they called it. So that's what actually spins the cassettes. Can we do any sort of diag with this? No? Just gotta straight up replace it. Okay, that's easy enough. 15 bucks. That's broken. Okay. Any additional inspection? Negative. Just a straight up replace on that for 10 bones. Okay, this is a very, very expensive one. And then I think that is the last one. No, the tape case. Okay, now we're ready. Never mind, another tape case. Okay, now we're ready to check out the circuit board. So once again, using our multimeter, we're just gonna go around and inspect everything. Just two things are broken, a capacitor and the power socket, which is actually fairly easy. So just 2 soldering points on that one, and then the capacitor, I believe, is just 2 as well. Beautiful. Look at that, dude. We're actually, I feel like I'm getting a little bit more proficient at the tinkering stuff. Whereas before, if it would have said like, oh, your circuit board's broken, I probably just would have bought a brand new circuit board instead of doing all of this. But let's see if that fixed everything. No? We've got everything replaced now. Oh, there's another capacitor. Okay, I don't know how I missed that. Desolder 2 more. Tweezers to remove because it's a little bit smaller than the others. 6 bones. Tweezers to reinstall. And last but not least, 2 more solders. All right, we are back in action, ready to rock. Let's switch over to assembly mode and we'll get after it. This one's gonna be a little bit more complicated, I feel like. But that's okay, you know, I like a good challenge. We should be good now to start soldering and just getting everything plugged back in. So let's switch over to our soldering iron. Make this a little bit easier. And then we'll go through and do the screws next. We've got the battery connection down here. And then up at the top, oh, never mind. That was just a straight up plug, right? Cool, 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 cool. So we can switch back to our screwdriver, get our 2 screws screwed in up there. And then there's also a few underneath the cassette, right? Maybe not directly underneath. I guess not. We can just apply the cover to that. And then whatever this thing was, that was like the engine or something. We can get the screws in that guy. Got another screw hole there and there for the circuit board. How many screws we got? A couple left. Okay, I don't remember where those go. We've got 2 more spots over here. And then just 4 remaining. Wait, it says the printed circuit board isn't installed. Why does it say that? Oh, that went up here. Okay, my bad, my bad. Completely forgot about that one. Now we can apply the top case and get our last 4 screws reinstalled. Kind of difficult to line these up most of the time, but it's all good. Alrighty, let's test her out. We'll see if it still sounds spooky. It does work, but it definitely doesn't work well. I think that's what she meant by it has superior quality or whatever it was that she said. Only tape can give you real quality. 250 bones. All right, hopefully she enjoys that. Our rep is almost up to level 9, but I think that's all we have time for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.